Good afternoon. Wonderful Monday morning, and we're going to be working with some messages on election to get us prepared for the election that's coming in November. I hope you're aware of the fact that this election is going to be one of the most important elections of our time, of our history. It will determine whether we stay a capitalist nation or a socialist nation. I really do not believe that people out here rioting and looting and hurting police cars and destroying people's properties, using foul language and killing, truly understand what the difference is and how bad it is going to get if we do not get this under control. You do not want to change your country, this country, our country, from capitalism to socialism. Election of our leaders is coming soon. It really is. Some will cast votes in different ways. There's going to be voting by mail, private voting. You can go to the voting registration and vote. But most people will cast the vote at the ballot polls. Most people love to go to the ballot polls. They love that interaction. They love to be a part of that day. So it's an election that is most important for all our lives, and now and in the future. It's very important. This election will determine the future outcome of our nation. Once it changes, it will be almost impossible to change it back, unless the right party gets a hold of everything. This election will determine the future of our nation. Prayer is the key. We need to be praying. We need to be praying hard and heavy. We need to be praying on our knees. We need to be praying in our closets. Because I want you to be mindful of the fact we must put our trust in God when it comes to the election. You've got to put your trust in God. We must seek wisdom on how we should vote. Be sure you listen to the candidates and not the media or the people forming all these groups. This is where you have to be strong. You can't just listen to the media and believe everything they say. They're not always truth tellers. We know that for a fact. You can't just go out here and follow a crowd because they're wearing signs and because they're a certain culture or a certain color, because that's what you like and that's what you feel like you need to do. You can't just follow people because they're doing something. You need to know what they stand for and what they're doing. Be sure you listen to the candidates and not the media. Be sure about that. Be sure you listen to the candidates and not the groups. Let this be your decision between you and God. Regardless of your party affiliation, please allow your heart to speak to you and cast your vote for our future, for our children's future. And when you're left, and when you've left this world and you go on and be into your eternal home, for your future generations' future. It's so important. It counts so far down the line. Please do your research. Don't just follow somebody else or listen to somebody else. Look it up yourself. Listen to the candidates. Be strong on your own. Stand up for what you really believe in. Don't follow the crowd. Do not let other people influence you in such a way that you may regret your decision later, because then it's too late. What you do now will determine the future of this nation. We must all be mindful of how we vote this election year in 2020. Are we willing to change from capitalism to socialism? Do we really want that? Do you really understand what that means? Much prayer is needed. Just remember this: capitalism, which is who we are now, rewards merit. Socialism rewards mediocrity. Be listening, because very soon, in the next little bit, I'll be putting a whole nother article on here that I have put together on socialism versus capitalism. What do you want? Have a good day. Keep praying now. Goodbye.